You know, can they compete with Golden State? If they're able to get to the final, and I believe it's a little more important than some other team, I believe it's important for them to have home court advantage. So if they have James Harden, who wins MVP, they end up with the best record, and they get to the Western Conference Final. Okay. Yes, of course they have an opportunity. Now, they got some demons that they're going to have to slay along the way. D'Antonio, his system, does it finally win in the playoff? Chris Paul, can he stay healthy in the playoff? And can Harden follow up an MVP season better than what he did last season when he disappeared in the playoffs? So I'm looking forward to whoever they match up with in the semifinals, because I believe that will be a tall tale sign. If Golden State gets San Antonio in the semifinals, I believe Houston has a better chance. What if Houston gets San Antonio? Then their chances aren't as good. I do believe home court advantage is more important to them mentally than the other teams. But, yes, they can compete with Golden State for the West.
It's weird because I think most teams, if you added Joe Johnson at this point in the season, you're like, man, Joe Johnson was getting buckets last year when the Jazz beat the Clippers. Joe Johnson can get buckets. But it strikes me as a team that, despite their record, and even though you'd say you're adding kind of to a talent base, you're still searching for something, and he just doesn't fit what they've been about to get to this place.
It helps them the first three quarters, but there's a conflict in what they're trying to do in the fourth quarter.
Right. They want ball movers, not ball stoppers, and Joe Johnson is a ball stopper. Chris Paul can be a ball stopper. James Harden can be a ball stopper. And, like, look, a bad shot or an isolation play can be like the flu. One dude's got it, the next dude's got it, the next dude's got it. Pretty soon you have what you had in Cleveland the last month and a half,
yes.
right?
You've slowed down
so.
the game.
Forgive me, but I'm not gonna buy the stock of the Houston Rockets because I've seen James Harden flame out enough. I've seen Mike D'Antoni flame out enough, and I love Chris Paul, but I've yet to see him stay healthy long enough to not flame out too early in the playoffs. And until otherwise convinced, I'm going to go with the Golden State Warriors as being the far more likely team, because I don't even know if Houston's going to get past San Antonio. Couldn't do it last year. I don't know if they're going to get past Oklahoma City even before they get
that's
they got
real.
the Golden State Warriors.
That's very real. But just because I'm curious, let's go into Cris' hypothet. Let's say Houston does go to the finals. We know the Cavs are the underdog if they meet up with Golden State in the finals. Are they also the underdog if they go against Houston?
I think they're probably still a slight underdog, not as much to Golden State. I believe they match up well with Houston, though. I believe that Cleveland would give Houston more problems because their bench. Cleveland's bench and Golden State's bench. That's where Cleveland, I believe, has an edge.
Look, I know that Cleveland changed their personnel dramatically, but I also saw Houston go in there and beat them by 40, like a week ago. So I would say Houston will still be the prohibitive favorite.
It's the new Cavs.
It is the new
Cavs.
It is the new Cavs.
Me, you, and three guys could have beat Cleveland last month. You can guard Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, who's got to guard LeBron?
Nick
You guard LeBron?
Well, we're going to have to do something about that. That's a situation.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.